freshman year, Kent State Geauga. I got my eyes on the prize. I'm like tunnel vision. I'm about to get this degree. That's what I'm thinking. Long story short, after that first semester, I was on GPA probation. And I'm gonna just let y'all know I had a 1.7 GPA. I ain't ashamed of none of this shit either. That's why I'm telling y'all. But I was disappointed in myself, right? So I buckled down that next semester and I knocked that 1.7 up to a 2.3, and I felt like a big dog. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You already know how I give it up. So boom, in order to get to the main campus, you needed something like around a 2.3 or something like that in order to transfer. So shit, I applied, and that's when we got accepted into the main campus. Now it wasn't that simple because that was the summer after that semester. So we was just chilling back, but I'm thinking like, shit, bro, I want to play ball. You know what? I'm gonna apply to some other schools. I got some film. I got some huddle film. I can send off to people, and we can get this football thing rocking, right? So even though I was accepted into the main campus, I'm like, shit, bro, let's go check out some other football schools. One thing about Ohio got some good football schools. Boom, Mount Union, John Carroll. I got some family who went there. I think I'm plugged in. I think I can finesse the system. Nobody, you have a 2.3 GPA. I know you had a 1.7 and you knocked it up to a 2.3. That's impressive. Give yourself a pat on the back. But nigga, you dumb. Let's just keep it all the way a stack. Nigga, you dumb as a box of rock. Yeah, man, Mount Union and John Carroll both turned my ass down. Turn your ass around, nigga. You not coming in here with all that 2.3 energy. So basically, I was left with no option but to go to Kent State. Now, unfortunately, I was applying to those schools last minute, and I didn't actually register for courses, and it was taking too long. So that semester in which I was supposed to double back, I ended up missing that. It was the fall semester, that following fall semester. So I ended up missing that. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just chill back, stack up my bread, and then move in my apartment and make sure everything copacetic. So when I get there that spring semester, I'll be able to try out and everything will go according to plan. No. No, sir. I got something coming for y'all. All right, spring semester. Let's get it rocking. I'm trying to become a student athlete. I want to make this team. I want to pass these courses. Make the family proud. That's what it's all about. Tryouts come. I sprained my ankle. Well, that's your opportunity going down the drain, buddy. After that, it was pretty much me just sitting in my dorm room, contemplating going back home. Now, I did not go back home.
Is that Chris?
I finished that semester. My GPA got a little better. I want to say I knocked it up to a 2.7. So that encouraged me to stay. It was pretty much me just living college life. You know, taking courses, working, stacking my bread up, and just trying to learn how to manage money and all that, right? And in which it was a good learning experience. The next spring semester rolled around, right? The fall semester basically consisted of me getting my money right, getting my GPA up a little bit more. I want to say I had a 2.9 at this point. So as far as academics, I'm straight. You feel me? I ain't really got no worries as far as that goes. I want to get this football thing kicking off. So tryouts is coming around. Now, this is when reality's starting to settle in again. But this is the college version. This ain't the high school version. This is basically, it feels like a real world experience once I go into detail. For one, my family ain't got money to just be throwing around for a college education. Two, I didn't put in a perspective that, okay, once I become a student athlete in college, yes, this is a full-time job now. In high school, I was stressing as a student athlete, playing football and trying to manage my grades, but that was only for one little quarter. It's an all year round thing. You got to be locked in as a student athlete, and you got to be real with yourself. This is reality caving in on me, but I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring that shit because it just won't look good to the family if I even propose or put that out forward in front of them. So I'm just like, look, no excuses. We locked in every day. We training hard in the motherfucker. I'm trying to make this shit happen. Now, this is where I feel like the higher forces is trying to tell me a message, and every time they're trying to deliver that message, I keep looking the other way and I'm ignoring it over and over again. This is reality trying to just deliver itself to me, but I just keep running away from it because I'm in pursuit of a goal that I really want to achieve so I can make my family proud, right? I go to my little dorm room, I pull my phone out, and I receive a message. The message says, if your name is on this list, you are ineligible to try out due to one of the reasons on this list. Either you have no years of eligibility left, or you have an insufficient amount of credit hours that makes you eligible to become a student athlete or something like that, right? So I go check my credit hours. Now, I remember being officially registered for 15 full-blown credit hours, right? And on our reason, it said 13. You need 14 credit hours in order to be straight. Now, one of my professors ended up backing out or pulling out of the course last minute. I was no longer able to register for another course. So at that point, I just sat back and I looked out the window and I'm like, damn, you blew it. Right there, right then and there. Now I understand that wasn't my fault, but I kept ignoring the signs. I kept ignoring the message every time. The higher forces were trying to talk to me and I kept ignoring them. It finally took place right in front of me. Pow! And I remember that whole night just sitting there on my little futon, looking out the window. At that point, I was just fed up. I ain't want nothing to do with football, none of that shit. I took my film, football pictures. I took all that shit and just deleted it. I still got like 2 trophies left back from like when I played Muni League. That's just about it though. I don't want to be associated with that shit. I want a new life. That's basically like what I looked at it as. And as far as the rest of the semester played out, bro, that little message right there just ruined me. Fucking up in school, GPA was on fire like a motherfucker. Then it just took a